like you are someone's social media manager for a long period of time, or a virtual assistant, then you're just going to plan out, okay, this is what to expect on the first quarter, second quarter, and then these are the things that I will be doing moving forward. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, my goal is that after this video is to walk you guys through the process of how to onboard your new client. Now, if this is your guys' first time on my channel, my name is Lai Lacaba. I've been working from home since I was 15 years old and now run my own outsourcing agency, 2XU, and I post videos on how to work from home every Sunday and how to have your own online business every Thursday. So make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, if you guys have followed any of my videos before on how to do a discovery call, how to know if they're the right client, you're probably at the point where you have a new client. Yay! So again, in this video, I'll really walk you through what's the usual process that you'll have to go through to successfully onboard a new client. Now, the first thing that you want to do once you have a client who said yes is do a happy dance. Now, that's a little bit of a fun thing, but you need to celebrate your win. You need to realize how far you've come, that you've actually gotten a person interested enough in your service that now they are at the point where they are a new client. So do a happy dance, just like, bust it out. If you guys have watched my other videos, I've talked about this also, that even until now, even though my business has been about 2 years almost, I still bust out the happy dance whenever someone says, yes, let's start, let's do it. And seriously, it is more about you, more about for yourself, that you're celebrating, again, how far you've come, how far you've grown, that you've gotten a new client on board. The second thing that you do need to do now is now to prepare your contract, or if you need it, a proposal. So the contract is really more a formality, so there is a clear agreement between you and your client, so they know what to expect from you, and you also know that they will adhere to the terms that you guys have already set in the previous calls that you've done. Now, a proposal is more just a laid out plan of what is going to happen while you guys are working together. Now, which then brings me to step 3, which is to plan it out, to actually strategize what it is that you guys are doing from day 0 to somewhere the end of your relationship. If it's a more open kind of work agreement, like you are someone's social media manager for a long period of time, or a virtual assistant, then you're just going to plan out, okay, this is what to expect on the first quarter, second quarter, and then these are the things that I will be doing moving forward. You want to show them what it would be like, again, to work with you. You want to give them a really good, could be an infographic, it could be slides, it could be a PDF that you're sending them, but you want to be able to show them what are the things that are upcoming as you guys are working. Next is to either set up a call with them, or be able to spend some time while you're chatting, maybe to go back and forth about some requirements. So this is basically just communicating with them clearly what's going to happen. This is also where, when you do an onboarding call, this is also where you kind of integrate your systems together. So it could be them adding you to their G Suite, it could be you adding them to different accounts or their accounts, to make sure that you guys have everything that you need to get started. So the onboarding call is really more of making sure that you're on the same page, even though you've already sent them the materials, to, again, make sure that you guys understand what is going to happen moving forward. Now, during that onboarding call, you want to then welcome them to the company, welcome them to what your company is about, what are the different visions and goals of your own company, and how it helps with theirs. Again, you want to make sure that there is that, it makes sense that you guys are working together. It's a puzzle piece. It's not a thing that you just have to jam together. You're trying to make sure that, again, it makes sense that you're working together moving forward. Next is, during that onboarding call, you want to gather information. Now, you might have already done this by doing a Google form or some sort of way where you got their business information, for example, so you have what you need, again, to keep moving forward. You don't want to be right in the middle of actually doing the task and you get stuck in something because you didn't ask for maybe a link to, maybe access to a certain document or access to a password, for example. You want to have this be as smooth as possible. So gathering information is gathering tools that you need to both have installed, the passwords, any documents that you guys need to be able to, again, start working smoothly. Is during that call, you want to set expectations and prepare them for what is to come. So what this can look like is, once you start executing, what are the different things that they will need from you and what are the things that you are delivering to them. So it could be saying like, hey, every week I'll be giving you a rundown of all of the things that are coming up. What are the things that I have been able to get done, and what are the things that are pending from you? For us here at 2XU, what that looks like is I'll give them like, okay, daily your assistant will be giving you daily reports so you can see what they're doing without having to always check their to-do list tracker. Every week we'll be hopping on a call so I can see how your work relationship is progressing, and to also start setting what are the different goals for each week so you and your assistant are on the same page. And finally, every month I do a consulting call with you and a coaching call with the assistant. So I am setting expectations of what are different ways that we are syncing up or we are communicating so they are always up to date on what is happening. I also describe to them that in the first 90 days, the assistant is going to go through a lot of different training to prepare them, that at the end of that 90 days, they are more well equipped to be able to really work with the client. So a lot of that is, giving them training, giving them coaching. So in this way, when I describe this during an onboarding call, the client knows what to expect. What are the things to look out for? When things aren't meeting those expectations, they know that they can reach out to me and talk to me, so then they can have clarity of why things aren't happening the way that they were designed. Next is during this onboarding call, or again, any other onboarding system that you might be doing, is make sure that everyone understands what it is that they are doing. Make sure that there's that ownership of what are the different results or different aspects of the work, of who is responsible of what. It's making sure that there is that boundary of like, okay, if I deliver you this, I will need this from you so I can finish all of it. So for example, let's say you are a social media manager for someone, then you'll say, hey, I'll create all of the templates for the social media post. I will need to know what are the different types of content that you will need to put into these, so then I can move forward and keep creating more content for you. So again, it's putting that if this then that mindset also of knowing between the two of you, between you and your client, what are the different things that on their court that is their responsibility. So again, there's that clarity to make sure that again, you guys are both moving forward in a good way. Next thing, which is super important, is as you're onboarding, take notes as you're listening to your client. What this means is have a file of all the notes that you've had with that client, or create some sort of tag system in your notes where it will be so easy for you to bring up all the different things that you've talked about. The reason why this is important is this kind of becomes kind of like a checksum, like a way for you to check where you guys are at versus where you guys were in the beginning of the relationship. So when you have a way where you've collected all of the different things that you guys have talked about, you guys have agreed on, you can again go back to those notes later on. Or even better, as a bonus tip, make sure that you record your sessions with your client so you guys can go through like, hey, didn't we say this on this date? And I'm like, no, it's this date. Or didn't we agree on this one? And you'll say, no, we've never talked about that. And you can show evidence also at the same time, just so again, you'd have that clarity. Next is to make sure that you are actually guiding your client through your systems. Now, after the onboarding call, you want to, again, make sure what are the next steps, and you are also following up with them to make sure that they're following that part. Like I said in the beginning of this video, is you want to plan out or strategize what are the things upcoming when it comes with your client working with you. So that could be like making sure that on the first week that they're able to submit this or give you this access to that, and you are guiding them through whatever it is that your process looks like to make sure to optimize for success. Next is once you have your client onboarded at this point, you want to start thinking of different ways that you can still add value. Yes, your client is paying you this much for your service, but you always want to keep thinking, what are the different ways that I can upgrade the value that I'm giving to my client, that I am going to be worth more than what they're paying me. The reason why you want to do this is you want your clients to bring you referrals. You want your clients to feel that you are more than worth it of how much it is that they're paying you. So try to notice little things with your client. If they love their birthday, make sure you go all out and send like a cake or flowers on their birthday. If there's someone who loves Christmas, make sure to make that a big deal as well. Or if they say that they love this brand or they love receiving chocolates, try to find different ways outside of work and of course inside of work of ways that you can just go beyond what is expected. Because when you do, you will have one, repeat customers, 2, a lot of referrals, and 3, at the very end of this, as you keep upgrading your services, you are going to be worth a lot more. So always keep that in mind, that every client that you onboard is an opportunity for you to upgrade your own skills and the value that you give to your client. Now, hopefully this video was super helpful for you guys as a guide to how to onboard clients. And if you guys like this video, of course, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right there and comment below what are different things that you've done to go over and beyond when it comes to onboarding a client. Now, if you guys haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any videos every Sunday on how to work from home, which you guys can check out right here, and my videos on Thursdays on how to grow an online business, which you guys can check out right here, and the latest video right here. And I hope you guys have an awesome day, and remember that small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!